Indian equity markets lost ground today, with the benchmark Nifty 50 losing about 1/3%. But the benchmark ended at above 19,600, which is about 100 points off the low point of the day. All told, the Indian equity markets have outperformed global peers. Overnight, you saw the US markets lose ground, and you saw most of the Asian markets as well lose quite a bit of ground today. And that's because the geopolitical tensions in the West Asia region continue to dominate sentiment. And there are fears, in fact, that the Israel-Hamas conflict will extend to other geographies as well. Now, looking specifically at what happened here in India, you had a market breadth that favored the declines, but still the broader markets outperformed the benchmark indices, and you had the small cap index, the small cap 250 index, in fact, that ended in the green just about, with gains of about 0.1%. Individual names stood out in an otherwise listless session. Looking very quickly at the top movers on the Nifty 50, you had the likes of Bajaj Auto, LTI Mindtree, Hero MotoCorp, Nestle, and Ultratech Cement gaining among the top gainers. There were more losers than gainers on the Nifty 50 as well, with Wipro, Tech Mahindra, Sun Pharma, Hindalco, and NTPC leading the declines. Now, I'll speak about some of these names. LTI Mindtree gained about 6%, was the outperformer among the IT pack, and that's because it retained its revenue growth guidance for the current financial year at 13 to 16% in constant currency terms. Bajaj Auto was arguably the stock of the day, gaining close to 7% on account of a new dividend distribution policy that could see the dividend for the current financial year rise as much as 4 times. It also had a 200 basis point or more than 200 basis point expansion in the margin number for the second quarter. Ultratech Cement gained over 2% after a 69% rise in net profit. Mastech fell about 8% or over 8% on account of its Q2 PAT. And finally, Nestle India was another stock that gained close to 4%, and that's because of a stock split that was announced, 10 shares for every 1 share held. So all told, it was a bit of a listless session with some bright names shining.